Let's come home, Roycito. What do we got from our region? Wait, where's the U.S., Mexico, and Canada?
What? Where are they?
Oh wait.
They're already in. Damn it. This is a difficult region for me to talk about because I don't love that there are 3 hosts. And the reason I don't love that is it's completely changed the World Cup qualifying game in our region. It's given these 3 teams, USA, Mexico, and Canada, a very difficult path to World Cup preparation because they don't have a single game that matters towards anything. Everything is preparation. Everything is hoping and praying that the other team brings their full strength squad, hoping and praying that they go all out and they're not experimenting. It's a difficult situation to be in that, of course, host nations go through, but to have 3 host nations from the same region all skip on World Cup qualifying, I am nervous. I don't know if you guys have that same level of nerves that these 3 teams are going to go into this World Cup unprepared, but I'm feeling that. I am feeling that, and when that feeling came up the most was when USA played Japan and beat them 2-0, and Japan had a completely rotated squad, was experimenting, was trying a different formation, was trying a different tactical system. This is what these teams are facing in the lead up to the World Cup, and I think it's detrimental. It's detrimental to the preparation. But with that aside,
yes,
this region right now, the good thing is we get to see teams that we never get to see. And we get to see teams that we never get to see play well. If you look at this, if you were to remove the points, remove the number of games, and if we were to assume who would be where in each of these groups, it would not be in this order for probably any of the groups, especially the rankings of runners up. Like this, it's crazy to see Group A, which has 3 teams we've grown accustomed to seeing dominate this region throughout various points in history, be 2nd, 3rd, and 4th to Suriname. That is insanity. It's not insanity when you look at Suriname and you see the way they're playing and the way they're coached and the players they have now. But for Panama, the team that continuously beats the U.S., the team that continuously makes it to Gold Cup finals over the U.S., over Canada, over Mexico, for them to be 2nd to Suriname, that says a lot about what's going on with the Surinamese team. And I know you've been following them very closely, Rocky.
And there's literally, you remember, there's 2 games left.
Yeah.
You're talking about this is very close to how it could end up. Yes, there's some big games left, right? Suriname and Panama have yet to, fight it out one more time. Jamaica has to
they're done. They're done. They're done. Suriname and Panama are done. So let me give you guys the matchup. It is Guatemala hosting Panama. That's the next match. Panama has to go to Guatemala. Oh, that is a wild situation. And then they get to host. They get to finish it off with El Salvador. But Guatemala hosts 2 matches. They host Suriname, and then they host they host Panama. Excuse me, and then they host Suriname. Right. Guatemala could be in the World Cup.
They could be. And so what's interesting is Suriname basically controls their own destiny, as does almost every team in this table. Yeah. But the big thing is, it's a good point. They have already played the best team in this group twice, Panama. So Suriname could very, very well be in the World Cup, and it's a talented team. It's a talented team. They've played incredibly well. And the main man for them, or the guy that's been around a long time, is Geraldo Becker, right? He's the old head on that team, and we'll see, man. The Suriname fans are out, and they're proud, and they're loud, and they've been telling us to watch out for this team. The other team, guys, I'm looking at Group B, and we've talked a lot about the Reggae Boyz and how good they are and how talented they are and how they should walk into the World Cup. They had a little bit of a blip playing against Curaçao in Curaçao. That was a bit of an embarrassing loss, which means there's only 1 point separating these 2 teams. And they have yet to play one more time, and that's an interesting game. If Jamaica slips up again, Curaçao could find themselves automatically qualifying.
Yes, I agree. I agree that, listen, this Jamaica team has it a little bit tough because the expectations for them have been through the roof. Through the freaking roof for this Jamaican team. But in watching them play and in watching the way they craft their attacks and in watching the players, this looks like a Jamaica 2.0. This looks like the realization of the Jamaica that we've been talking about for 5 years, which is they have this influx of Premier League talent. They have this influx of top quality player, something Jamaica has never had aside from a few players here and there throughout the past 20, 30 years. And it's now a team that on paper could compete for being the best team in the region. They're in that conversation. That has never been the case for Jamaica, aside from the past few years. And in the past few years, Jamaica hasn't looked good. You watch the games, they're disjointed. They're all over the place. Structurally, there's serious rot. There's problems. And the coaching hasn't been able to figure out. But lately, I have felt that they're starting to get together. They're starting to figure out the organization of the team, the right formations, the right playing style. The players are starting to unlock a little bit more. They're not anywhere near where they should be with this roster, but they're getting there. And they're closer than they ever have been, is my view. And they're rightfully at the top of Group B.
They got a big game away against Trinidad and then hosting Curacao. So that's going to be a fun end to Group B. Final thoughts, guys, on Group C. Haiti ain't out of it as much as they look like it. They play 2 games hosting in Curacao. That's what they play their home games, but they host 2 matches. So it's not done. And then Costa Rica and Honduras, Roy. It's spicy, guys. Spicy, guys.
Yeah, look at the runners up. I mean, there's a chance if Panama doesn't win the group that either Panama or Costa Rica are going to be eliminated at this stage.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I mean, looking right now, it seems like Panama's the team that's going to get eliminated. You said they were away their next game?
Guatemala.
That's
away to Guatemala.
A difficult game to play
game.
away. Very, very difficult stadium to play in. And, can you imagine a loss in that game? Then it's completely
that would hurt.
out of their hands.
That would hurt badly. And then exactly this runners up here that is going to make it. That's for the Inter-Confederation playoffs, right? You have to get the top 2. If you're the 3rd place runner up, Roy, right? You don't make it. So
Yep.
Wild
Tremendous
stuff.
region.
Exciting end to the region.